Greetings. This is Queen F of Ari'ze Women Network. You're listening to Queen F Speaks, and this is a pop up video. I was not planning on doing this video, although the topic at hand I've had on my mind for a little while, and I say I'm gonna go ahead and put it on out there. My thoughts. My thoughts on the tragedy, the recent loss of Lisa Marie Presley, daughter of course, the infamous Elvis Presley of Memphis, Tennessee. And I'm going to go ahead and get started in a bit. Grab you something to drink, a cup of coffee, tea, cocoa, whatever you drink. I'm sipping a little bit here. And I've got a lot on my mind. There's a lot going on in the news. Oh my goodness. Breaking news. There is right now today, Houston is experiencing a tornado. Houston. Damages. I just saw the news cycle of damages of houses. There is a gas leak. It's just really horrible. And I do have a family member, so I'm going to check on her and check on your people. Check on your people. There's a lot going on. There was a mass cliff that collided in California. California's really got it. It's a lot going on in California, honey. My goodness. We've got 3 mass shootings that occurred within 3 days. The news cycle is saying that there's more mass shootings than the days of this year. We're only in the 24th day of January, and there were 39 mass shootings. So there's a lot going on. I'll have to do a separate breaking news on that. But I'm gonna go into a quick video of there's a mass cliff that collided in California while people were on the beach, which is so ironic. It's just Mother Nature. Maybe this world is wrapping itself up. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Rest in peace, Lisa Marie Presley. I'm going to honor you, honey. I will not disrespect your name. That's not what this is about. But we've got to be honest and look at situations, look at people's lives. And because when you're a celebrity, of course, you're in the public eye, and people know your goings in, coming in, who you're married to, who you're sleeping with, what you eat that day. People are infatuated with celebrities. And it seems like we can't get off of this subject as content creators. People gravitate toward that. If you post something different, you may get a few looks or likes or comments, but for the most part, we are concerned too about people. Celebrities are people too. When we lose a loved one or celebrity, it's like losing a family member, So Lisa Marie Presley was only 54 years old. We're going to go deep into her life and see what happened. What happened to Lisa Marie Presley? $100 million was, saved for her. Elvis left in a trust fund when she turned 25. We're going to talk about how much of that money was left over before she passed. How much was left? It's a lot going on. A lot has happened in her life. And it's just so unfortunate. It's sad, but we're going to delve into deep and find out what happened to Lisa Marie Presley. What happened with the Graceland legacy? What happened with her son? Was the $100 million a legacy and trust fund? Was that a blessing or was that a curse? So, good evening, sis Emma, Rare Beauty Emma, my sister, the infamous Rare Beauty, who is well known on Facebook and Mixcloud for her Rare Beauty Emma podcast. She does speaker.com. Well, she was doing speaker, she's doing Mixcloud. Thank you for joining me, sis. And I appreciate you coming in, honey. We got to talk about this. It's so much going on, sis. But you know what? The best time to talk about it is now. Yeah, it's now, baby, because this Lisa Marie thing, it's a lot that has been uncovered. Uh, I'll tell you how much of her money was left from that $100 million. You're going to be totally shocked. The child looked sick at that Golden Globe Awards. When I saw her, I said to myself, something happened. Something happened to that child. I call her a child because she's like a little baby. She's so short and cute, Elvis' only daughter. And she was always quiet. I really never heard about her in the news, kicking up a storm and none of that craziness. Like we hear about Britney Spears and all these people cutting their hair bald and all this and that and shaking a tail feather and at the nightclubs and just clowning. I never heard that about Lisa. So we're gonna talk about that, but first we're gonna go to this a massive cliff collide that was in California. Totally, totally. When I saw it, I said, "What the what?" A total cliff, massive cliff. People were on the beach in California, and I have a loved one who's in California. Mario, my nephew. Let me turn off this music so that you can hear exactly what people heard when they were just laying on the beach, just chilling in Cali, you know. And yeah, so here is a video. Let me just go to it here. Let's see, I'm a little lost here now. Yeah, so the massive cliff collapse in California. This just happened a couple of days ago. Let me pull this up here. Let's see how many days ago this. Yeah, 2 days ago. 91,000 views already. Massive cliff collapse in San Diego, California. Other collapses in this video. They're investigating what the heck happened. And so we're gonna go ahead and play this really quick. And here we go. So as you can see, people are on the beach. Look at the young man
A
here.
significant cliff bluff collapse that happened Friday, January 20th, above Black's Beach, was reported by the San Diego Police Department and Municipal Fire Rescue Department.
What the heck?
Despite being a sizable collapse, there were no reported casualties from the landslide that occurred at around 2:30 in the afternoon close to the 2800 block of Torrey Pines Scenic Drive. The process began with tiny portions of the bluff gently crumbling off, which garnered enough attention and took long enough for people on the beach to evacuate the area before a full-on collapse, according to eyewitness reports to local news.
There it goes. There it goes.
So yeah, I just wanted to show that yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't want to. I don't want to. People, I know you see the news and it's like, okay, who wants to see that? But the sad thing is that there's a lot going on that people don't know. Whether it's environmental, whether it's the country's leaders not taking care of their environment, it's happening. It is happening. And that's what I want us to be aware of. There are things happening that appear to be one way and they're another. We could even look at the Damar Hamlin where he was healed. I believe that he was saved from that, heart attack he had on the field and everything. But now they're saying there's a double for him. I don't know anybody that has a massive heart attack and then they're walking around like the next 2 weeks. He's at, they say, every practice game, and then he was at their last game. Uh, it's just some weird stuff going on. It's really some weird stuff with Lisa Marie. Let's talk about that. What's really the deal? What's happening? What happened? What happened to the $100 million? Let me share the screen and we're going to look at a few of her pictures because, like I say, I was kind of concerned about when she was at the Golden Globes, and she really, to me, it looked like she had a stroke or something like that. She had needed help walking. But like a week before that, though, they had gave an award out for, of course, not an award. They had given actually the anniversary of Graceland, Elvis, Graceland, and every year she goes to that. This child was under a lot of stress. You could look in her face and see the stress. She even looks older than her mom, Priscilla. And sure, Priscilla was young when she had Lisa. She was what, maybe 16 or something like that. So they're close in age. I understand that. And here she is with her two twin daughters, her older daughter Riley, and of course her son Stephen. He passed in 2020. He from suicide, reportedly. And so that takes a toll. I'm sure that took a toll on her. We could look at her face and just look like she's tired. She was in control of Graceland, which is massive. That's Tennessee's baby. That's a moneymaker. They say Graceland pulled in at least $100,000 a month from people, tourists coming in, which is in Memphis, Tennessee, which is Elvis Presley's, Graceland. Um, and then she said in one interview, she said that she rarely leaves her house. Uh, always getting harassed by the news people, kind of like Princess Diana. You walk out the house and there's somebody with a camera. You know, the press can be ugly. The press does not let people rest, and they really need. And when I say the press, I'm talking about the tabloids, the press that respects people's privacy. And have some type of integrity that I love. But the press that hounds people down and makes them not enjoy life, and makes them, have to wear masks, like Michael Jackson had to put his kids on masks when they went outside because people were harassing them and trying to take pictures. Here she is with MJ. And one thing I like about Lisa, she never disrespected Michael Jackson. When they were married, people had all kind of questions for her, and they even asking her, "Oh, well, were you guys intimate?" She was like, "Yeah." They wanted to prove that he wasn't, didn't like women, but no, he did. He married her, and they were intimate. And even after his passing, uh, she never talked down about Michael Jackson. She never really said anything negative, and she said their privacy was their privacy. But she did say he did have a problem in the bedroom. That she did. She's like, nah, he ain't got no problem down there. But yeah, I'm sure that was a little fun time for her. But of course, good things end. Even though she was rich, it didn't work out with her and MJ. I don't know. She was 25 and about to inherit that $100 million. Somebody said it was a power move MJ made, but I don't know. I think he really cared for her, but that didn't work out. And then she said she thought she would not dress down, but marry down. So she married this other guy, Michael Lockwood, her ex-husband, who is the father of her two twin daughters. She married him, and he was not rich. She said, "Well, if I marry somebody rich and that didn't work out, I'm gonna try to marry somebody poor or whatever that don't have much, and let's see if that work out." And that didn't work out. Word is that he even uh, Lockwood he was living with Lisa Marie during that time. You know, when they were married. When they weren't married, he was in the household with Lisa Marie, helping to raise the kids. Uh, Allegedly, you know, I just question what would she eat? Who was feeding her? And what were they feeding her? And who was taking care of Lisa? Who really was really looking out for her best interest? Because they say that her mother Priscilla they had such a torrid relationship. You know, mother and daughters. You know, a lot of mother and daughters have the little back and forth, the power struggle. She said Lisa was spoiled as a child. Who wouldn't be spoiled coming from the king of rock and roll? You know, Elvis adored Lisa. You know, when she was a kid. And she said when he would go on his, tours and stuff, when he came home, he felt guilty that he was away from her so long. So he would just shower her with gifts. So she became kind of spoiled, which is pretty normal. It's pretty normal. But she inherited Lisa Marie at 25 years old, $100 million, a legacy. Was it a curse or a blessing? I'm gonna say it was a curse because yeah, I mean it could be a blessing the way you handle it, but what happened was Lisa actually she was consumed. That's what I believe. She was overly consumed with uh handling Graceland. Of course, people gonna come out of the woodworks when you got $100 million. She said she rarely left her house. People would they're everywhere. And then her son, he died in 2020. It was a lot of stress on her, and they said her and her mother were always back and forth, I believe there was some kind of love-hate thing there, I don't know, but, I believe that it was a curse because I think it was too much on this child, I really do. I believe that she really tried to struggle and keep up the Graceland property and the legacy. Every year they have the anniversary, and then she had to fight with the tabloids about Michael Jackson and constant questions about that, their marriage, their relationship. And then looking for love in all the wrong places. She married that Michael Lockwood guy. He wound up living with her. He talked her into moving, even though they had divorced. He was living in the household when she passed. And word is, and this is just an alleged that, and this is from a reader who said that he actually had moved in his girlfriend in the house. And maybe Lisa knew about it. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she agreed to it, but then realized, hey, this is not too cool. Maybe that laid heavy on her heart. And then, of course, people struggle with drug addiction. They said she had a problem with drugs at one time. So we don't know exactly what happened. And then at the Golden Globes, of course, she gave her blessings. And this young man, Austin Butler, who played Elvis, he sat down with Lisa and she gave him the story of, what she went through, and they were able to produce the movie, the Elvis movie. I think there may be some embellishment in that movie, but I hope they tell the truth because I'm going to go to a video. I'm going to go to a video of June Pointer, not June, I'm sorry, rest in peace, June. We just lost Anita Pointer, who is from the Pointer Sisters. Ironically, this is all tying in together. Anita Pointer wrote a song called Fairy Tales. This is a song that actually Elvis sang, and it's really ironic that Anita Pointer died like a week before Lisa Marie died, and they both had met. She met, Lisa Marie, and they sat down and had a talk. So I'm going to share that interview in which she's talking to this young man from Celebrity Talks, and she's talking about the song that she wrote called Fairy Tales, in which Elvis recorded. And we're going to just take a listen to that and give me your opinions on this.
and Live Before You Die was nominated in '75, and Fairy Tale won. And we were in Nashville recording with the musicians from the Opry House. We recorded from some of the guys who played for the Opry. And I don't know exactly how that Grand Ole Opry date came about, but I remember us going to some record stores and people talking about you guys should play the Opry. And I don't know. I don't really know exactly how it happened. I'm just glad it happened. My manager, David Rubinson, he had connections in Nashville. He had done some
Okay.
work with some artists in Nashville. I even thought he was the one who got our song to Elvis. But then he told me later, he said, no, he said, Elvis people called me and said, Elvis wants to do their song. And I didn't realize, I thought Dave had gone out of his way to try to get it to Elvis, but he didn't. He said they came to him and asked to do my song, and I was so thrilled. I couldn't believe it. And then win a Grammy Award. We were the first Black group to ever get a Grammy for a country song.
Well, not to mention the fact that Billboard magazine rates the Pointer Sisters in the top 5 female groups of all time.
Whoa, I love it.
How do you wrap your head? How do you wrap your head around that?
That is amazing. Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
But
I'm proud to be among those 5. I tell you, because we earned it.
How did you have the stamina when you look back? How hard you had to work? This was before social media.
Oh, I'm telling you, yeah, we had no Instagram, no Facebook, and because we had to get out and do interviews, and we worked so hard. I'd always say I can always do one more show because there was always one more show to do, and I don't even know how I did it now. Doing 2 shows a night, and sometimes in Atlantic City, there were 3 shows a night. I remember even having a breakfast show in Atlantic City. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? People are going to come to see a show in the morning? And they did. It was sold out. Wow. It was sold out. It was so crazy. Atlantic City.
Do you remember
that? The venue. Oh, wait a minute. I think it was. Oh boy, it might have been Caesars Atlantic City.
Oh, okay.
So basically what Anita is talking about is she's talking about how she wrote the song. It's called Fairy Tales, and Elvis recorded it. But the part the part I'm trying to get to is that Elvis got on stage and he said, "Oh, I have a song that it's called Legacy." And she was like, "Wow, sang my song." So Anita Pointer, who is from the Pointer Sisters, rest in peace. We just lost her a couple of weeks ago, right before Lisa died. Um, she wrote a song that Elvis got on stage and said that this is his song. And it's like, what the heck? That's why I'm titling this content, the $100 million Grace and Legacy, a blessing or a curse, because what you have to understand is what you do in life, you reflect on your kids. There was a lot of things that went on that people weren't too okie dokie with Elvis. For instance, Big Mama Thornton, she recorded Hound Dog, and then Elvis came behind her, recorded it, and and that went pretty well. And with Elvis, but with Big Mama Thornton, she got kind of pushed to the side, and she had did an interview. She said she had never met Elvis, and she was supposed to be doing a tour with him, and his manager decided that she wasn't going to be included in the tour. And then there's the talk around town how Elvis would go to Baptist churches or whatever, and he would learn how to sing black, which is okay, but you have to still give people credit. For instance, I did a podcast on Roy Hamilton. Roy Hamilton was a blues artist who sounds ironically like Elvis. It is so eerie, you know, but yet, I don't hear I never hear of him speaking of these people that he worked with or that I idolized, um, and it's just unfortunate. So you have to be really careful what you leave to your kids. If you're going to leave them a legacy, leave them a positive legacy, leave them a legacy that they can withhold, or leave a trail of people that can help them to uphold that legacy. Because I tell you, this child was really, um, you know, uh, it seems as though she was tormented. I could look at many pictures and of Lisa Marie and really not see her smiling, or you could see her a forced smile, you know. So rest in peace, Lisa Marie Presley. It's just unfortunate. We don't know what happened, but God knows what happened. You know, I think that at least one thing that you did is you did a great movie. From what I told you, you gave your regards to this movie, Elvis, that people are gonna see. Whether some parts is whatever fabricated, or whether it's true or not, that's up to the artists, the actors, the directors, and the people that see it. Take it as you will, you know. But please, 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 when you leave your kids money or legacy, make sure it's something that they are able to contain. Make sure that it doesn't, hurt them. Um, and leave a positive legacy. Don't take from people. Um, it's just so unfortunate. So in toward the end, we've got this the net worth for Lisa Marie Presley. She, like I said, she inherited the $100 million. That's when she was 25 years old. But they said on her last net worth, she had maybe $95,000 in the bank. You know, I guess keeping up the expenses of the Graceland. They said that she had owed like 500 million or something like that from bills and things of that nature. And then she's got the baby father, who's living in the household with her, and then keeping up the bills. And you're not, if you're not pulling in the legacy, then the money's gonna go out. If you're spending money but not pulling in money, it's constantly going out. This is the husband. Now, reportedly, the husband, I guess, will inherit that, but guess what? There's a monkey wrench in that, because the oldest daughter, Riley, of Lisa Marie, her here, she's pregnant. So naturally, the money, the whatever's left over from Lisa Marie and Elvis' legacy, is going to go to her baby. The twins are young girls. And the father, he's got to stand in line. He got to stand in line behind her, because if she's pregnant, the legacy goes to her, Riley. So yeah, but it's not just all about money, though. It really isn't. I basically wanted to at least bring this out to let people know what's going on. So unfortunate that we lost this young lady. I hope that her spirit is resting, because I really don't believe she had much rest. You know, I believe her heart was broken. I believe she really loved MJ. I really think that she really tried in her different relationships. And I call her the poor little rich girl. Because although you may have money, that does not guarantee you're going to be happy. It does not guarantee that you will have all the things in life that some things money can't buy. Poor little rich girl, Lisa Marie Presley. The press can be ugly. I want to apologize on behalf of the tabloids and the press that was not nice to you. Was not nice to you when you married MJ. Was not nice to you when you inherited the money. Was not nice to you when you tried to have a singing career. They always compared you to your father. Always comparing Lisa Marie to her iconic father. And that was unfair because she was an artist in her own right. You know, everything she set out to do, people measured it by measuring stick by her dad Elvis. So she pretty much suffered in that legacy. That's what I believe. It was $100 million, a blessing or a curse. You tell me. Rest in peace, Lisa Marie. And we will continue to uplift you. Pray for your daughter and your family. I pray that the legacy will continue, but it'll be handled with the best of care, and that you will, give the people there, whoever is due their justice, whatever monetary or, acknowledgement. If they wrote a song for the Elvis catalog, give them that acknowledgement. It's never too late, young ladies. I say young ladies, I'm talking about the twins, her twin daughters. Yeah, it's never too late, honey. It's never too late, girls. Make sure everybody get their credits. Make sure they get their money. And Riley, bless you on your new pregnancy for the new legacy. Because I have a family member who has a legacy. My dad, Otis Big Smoky Smothers, and I am one of the executors to watch over. I'm constantly watching over my shoulder. Who's using this music? Who's using this image? And making sure that image and music is protected. Because people take time to sit down and write a song, to record a song, and the traveling, and the picking up their guitar and the microphone, and living from city to city out of bags, from hotel rooms. And in the end, the legacy is passed on to their loved ones. And so it's really important that you protect your legacy. So Lisa Marie, may you rest in peace. And anybody that has any type of, comment you want to leave a comment. And and rest in peace, Anita Pointer. Yeah. So rest in peace, Lisa Marie. We lost Irene Cara, Anita Pointer, June Pointer. I want to do something on the Pointer sisters. They were actually great. Got one Pointer sister left, Ruth. So I pray that you guys take really good care of yourselves. Thank you for joining in the chat. And give me your likes and comments if you see the podcast later this evening. And be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can donate at PayPal at Ari'ze Women Network or Cash App at $Queen of Ari'ze 3. And thank you for joining. And you be blessed.
Join us on the Ari'ze Women Network, where our special guests will be speaking about economics, gentrification, colorism, film reviews, health and wellness, reparations, celebrity news, and entrepreneurship. Thank you, and be sure to tune in.